What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How are we doing today? It's Tuesday, January 18th. We're approaching 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and you're getting off the start of the week on the right foot. Based on today's video, we're going to dive in and we're going to talk about trading psychology, a subject that I would say I expertise in. This is my area of expertise. This is an area I've studied excessively throughout my whole career. I've been trading now for almost 7 years, and I always keep brushing up on my psychology, human nature, emotions, all that good stuff. So we're going to break down some key topics, and I also want you guys to participate as well. So as we go along in this stream and video, feel free to participate, ask questions, and we'll get into it. So what brought up this topic today was we were chatting here in the Tuesday chat in the Discord. And for any of you guys new here to the channel, you're interested in finance, investing, day trading, psychology, whatever it be, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and also I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button below. And if you guys want to participate in the Trading Learning 101 Discord, I should have a link down in the video description. Feel free to click that link, join the Discord group here. I just recently decided to open up the Monday through Friday chat to the public, to everybody. So feel free to come on in, say hi, hang out, have multiple eyes in the markets, see what stocks we're watching out for, stocks we're calling out. We're all here to grow better every day as traders, all of us. So join the wolf pack and the team. So a topic that somebody got everything started on psychology was somebody was talking about simulated trading and is it a good idea or not? So I'm going to highlight them here. Jay Calvin said, hey guys, I decided to trade in the simulator. Did very well. Wasn't afraid to size up. Need to apply those principles in my trading. Am consistently profitable. Please give me some feedback of all wisdom. I need it. Thank you. Then we had Irish Wolf chime in with his 2 cents. Always greatly appreciated. Irish has been a trader for going on 3 years now and is an active member in the Discord here. He says, when you think you're ready with real money, start small, 5 to 10 shares, and let it prove that you are ready and emotions are too. Then increment forward little steps at a time using the percent amount you are really comfortable with, not using size till you have experience. I'm going on year 3 and not ready for full size. Tried that once, but making baby steps along the way as I want to live to trade another day. And at a place when it goes against me and I cut it is well in my reach to recoup from a fairly easy making strides and letting things go when it works and cutting it quick when it don't. Still a work in progress, and it's always going to be a work in progress no matter where you're at in your journey as a trader, whether it be year 1 or you're on year 10 as a trader. Markets are always evolving. You need to adapt to the markets, and believe it or not, as you grow as a trader, you're only going to get more mature. You're going to find out more things about yourself. You really are going to find out who you truly are as a person. So if you come into the stock market and the day trading world, it's really going to bring out your true colors in the person that you really are. And that's what you really need to recognize. So going into this, I gave my 2 cents and I said simulated trading never compares to real trading. You can practice with fake money all you want and even tell yourself it's real, but deep down you know it's not. So you won't take it seriously. Then you will flip to real money and you will then again have trust issues. It all boils down to emotionally conditioning yourself, trading with live money, taking your time, sizing up over time as you get more comfortable with your trading style. Now, what I try to do here at Trading Learning 101 and what I offer to the members here, I'm not out here to sell you guys just another course or, hey guys, sign up for my membership and I'll tell you when to buy, when to sell, and what trading strategies to use to be a profitable, consistent trader. No, if you're a member here, you know I'm all about tuning you to be the trader that you want to be. We focus a lot on psychology, human nature, emotions, all that stuff, recognizing who you are as an individual and gravitating to what it is that you want to be as a trader. See, we're all at different phases in our life, and that's a question we have to ask ourselves when it comes down to trading psychology. We're all at different phases in our life. This is why the fail rate is so high, and this is a question that always keeps popping in my mind. Why is that failure rate at 90% or more? Why do 90% of people fail as traders, day traders, investors? And why are so many people consistently losing money? We know the stock chart patterns. We know all of the patterns that they teach us. They're easy patterns. Let's look at some real quick. Chart patterns. There's all different types of chart patterns that everybody's taught to look out for, whether it be wedges, triangles, U-shapes, and they even have it broken down to tell you you should buy here, you should have your stop loss there, and your profit target is up here. But yet still 90% of people, over 90% of people, screw it up. They lose, and they lose consistently. They blow up, and then they quit. I know myself, I'm tired and tired and tired of just seeing so many people come and go in this game. It really does take a toll on you. Even if you are on top of your game, like us members try to be here every day. I try to teach you guys healthy practices day in and day out. That's why I repeat myself a lot and remind you guys, live to trade another day. Do not let one stock take you out. Focus on consistency. Don't think about one trade is going to make your whole year. Don't go after those home runs. Base hits add up over time. I see so many young, eager people. They'll come in, they're super excited about learning, and then about a month, 2 months go by, they slowly bleed out, they blow up their account, and then they quit. It's time, trusting in the process. This is going to take time, and it's a lot more complicated than saying, hey guys, I'm going to show you my trading strategies that I like to use, and then you guys try to replicate it as best you can, and you'll consistently make money. It doesn't work like that. Going back to, and let's write this down, and I want you guys to participate as well. So feel free to comment what your thoughts are, what your comments, input is, or what you even think I should put down. Why do so many people fail? We'll start with that. I'll get my little text box here. And again, for you guys, we're streaming to everybody right now. And this is something that us as members, we do all the time in the Discord. We do healthy practices like this because we want to be different than everybody else. We're the 10% who think outside of the box. I don't want to be on the same page as everybody else. Because if you look, what happens when you're on the same page as everybody else? And the perfect example of that is AMC. You guys been hearing everybody talk about hold the line, don't sell on AMC. Well, this thing went from 50 bucks, drilled all the way down now. Today it hit a new low at $18 a share. So everybody's underwater. They're all red and negative. If you see a crowd of people running to something, you should be running the other way. The stock market is a ruthless game, ruthless, and you have to think differently and outside of the box to survive. So why do so many people fail? I can get really, really deep into this, you guys. I really can. It's like a rabbit hole. Once you start going down the rabbit hole, when it comes to psychology, emotions, human nature, your beliefs, who you are as a person, it's very, very deep ingrained stuff, all stemming from our childhoods, from back when we were kids growing up, and how our parents taught us to be as adults or growing into teenagers, adults. So we're all at different phases in our life. We just said that, right? Let me see if I could type here. So, all right. So all of us, and I'm going to write this out. All of us are at different phases in life. Some of us are 18 years old, just getting out of high school. And some of us are in our 50s, right? So there's a wide gap there in age difference, in maturity level, who a 50-year-old man or woman is going to know a lot better who they are versus a young 18-year-old fresh out of high school about to embark onto college. They don't even know what they want to do. They don't know what their purpose is in life, right? So we have this big age gap from 18 all the way up 50, 60 years old of people trying to learn how to be a day trader. Next thing we got. Why do so many fail? All of us are at different phases in life. Our financial situation, right? Financial situation. Some of us, I think I read a statistic that said, what was it? I think it was like 70% of Americans have less than $2,000 in their savings account. I may be wrong with that statistic, but all based on your financial situation. If you have no money and you're living check to check, you have no business really being in the stock market yet. You need to financially stabilize yourself. And any money that you put into the market, you hear them all say it. Any money you put into the market is money that you'll forget about. You shouldn't, if you lose it, it shouldn't bother you. So a lot of people come in here with high hopes, opening a $2,000, $5,000 trading account, and then they blow up, get discouraged, and quit. Or I see a lot of people come in, they want to quickly start making consistently profitable money. They ain't got no money in their savings account. Now they're stressing because they got to make $500 by the end of the week because they got to pay rent. So what do they start doing? They start forcing trades, over trading, JBL, because they try to do what everybody else does instead of finding out what they are good at. That's a good one there. I'm going to write that one down. Not focusing on what you're good at. Areas you're good at. Not focusing what you're good at. They do not focus on what they're good at. That's a good one. Now I'm just writing this down real quick to put a note. They buy into hype. They don't really understand what's going on. All right. That's another good one. They don't educate themselves. People do not educate. People do not educate themselves. I say that all the time. You should, the first couple of years you're starting out, you're diving into everything. You're visiting one of my favorite websites, Investopedia.com, and educating yourself on all of the inner workings of the stock market. Because I'm going to show you guys the website. Investopedia. This is one of my all-time favorite websites. Investopedia, they got a search bar up here. You can, if you have a question, you can simply ask Investopedia and it's going to pull up all of these blog posts written by day traders, swing traders, short traders, anything financial. And you have a blog post to read. Or you can go to the education here and go to the dictionary and just go through here and look at all of these different terms and just start educating yourself on all that is out here in the markets. Because as I always say to you guys, the more you know, the more advantage you have over a lot of these noobs that come into this. We have to think. This is another good topic as well. Most people that come into this, the stock market want fast money. They want fast money. They want alerts. They want to know when to buy. They want to know when to sell. Most importantly, they can't control their emotions. That's another good one. I'm trying to quickly work here on the fly as well. I'm trying to think in my head how to word this stuff, but I don't want to take up too much time of the stream. Most can't control their emotions. So no control over emotions. No control over emotions. People are too greedy. Bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. That's one of my favorite sayings. I see a lot of times someone will watch a stock run and they'll get discouraged because they took profits off the table too quickly. And they've watched the stock run up another $5 a share. And then they start all of these, well, what if I held on? And then they try to catch the whole move when really all you should focus on is a slice of the pie. Consistently out of that whole $5 move, even if you got $1 out of that whole $5 move, a slice of the pie. If you just consistently focus on doing that every day, it'll add up over time. It truly will. So we're getting somewhere here. And I just really want to make it across why so many people fail. And again, this is a topic that I always bash my brain up against the wall and try to figure out, because I'm successful at trading. I don't care if anybody else thinks that I'm successful, because all that matters is, to me, I'm successful. What I think is what is going to make me money, right? So that leads into another topic. They care about what other people think. They don't want to think for themselves. Do not want to think they don't want to think for themselves. So just like if you have a stock you're looking at, you're brand new. I remember I used to do this all the time when I was brand new. I would see the top stock moving for the day. For example, we have, what is it? BBIG is the top stock today. It's on the top percentage gainers list. Massive volume. It's lingering around. A lot of people are anticipating for it to blow up over $5, run up to $6, $7. So they're going to jump on Twitter and they're going to see what other people are saying about this stock. And the way I look at that, they're trying to convince themselves that it's a good idea to buy it for that breakup over 5. They don't trust in themselves. They have trust issues, which comes from not having experience under your belt. This is the importance of being here every single day, getting in that screen time. You have no experience. You don't trust yourself. You doubt yourself. So you want to rely on other people to see if their ideas match with yours to make money, if that makes sense. So they do not want to think for themselves. That's a really good one there. People do not focus on what they are good at. And that's a really key one right there. It's all about noticing who you are as a person, and then from there, developing and creating your own playbook of plays that you like to play, because it fits not only just who you are as a person, but your lifestyle. Someone may work a 9-to-5 job. They can't really check their phone while the market's up and active. They can't sit in front of a desktop, 5 monitors. So they got to get a bit more creative. What can they do? Well, they can be a swing trader. They can swing stocks for either a few hours. They can swing stocks for a few days, a few weeks. It's all about developing what you're good at and what revolves around your lifestyle. So let's say you notice little details about yourself from someone who can't sit still. Their mind is always wandering off. They can't focus. Little things like that you need to take into consideration. Like, I can look at myself. I'm a very quiet person, believe it or not. When I'm in public, I don't say too much. I keep to myself. I let other people do the talking. I'm a listener. I observe my surroundings. So I'm a very observant person. And I mind what I say. I don't talk that much because, as the saying goes, if you talk too much, you're going to spill the beans. So for me, I'm a very observant person. So I can sit in the market, pay attention to the environment, what's going on around me, and quickly pick up on reoccurring events that keep happening. I keep seeing new IPOs recent IPOs within the last month are popping off. I've been noticing that going on recently. I've also been noticing low float stocks under $5 have been popping up on the scanners recently. Little things like that separate you from everybody else and define who you are as a trader. And you got to focus on that, because nobody's going to make money for you but you, right? There's so many different directions we can take this. So many different directions. When it comes to back what we were talking about earlier, paper trading. When it comes to paper trading, some people it works for them, some people it doesn't. For me, when it comes to paper trading, you're detaching the emotional side to trading. As much as you tell yourself with paper trading that the money is real and you're going to take it seriously, that little voice in the back of your head's going to be like, yo, dude, this isn't serious. This is pretend. You're not going to take it seriously. You're not. And everything that you're learning while paper trading, and then when you finally go live, then the roles are going to turn and you're going to find out you're going to have trust issues. You're not going to believe in yourself. You're going to be scared to size into something. The volatility of a stock. There's so many different factors to consider. And man, it's really a rabbit hole, you guys. It really is. And it's so hard for new people to come into this. The best advice I could give you, take it one day at a time and just continuously work on yourself every single day. Don't worry about making money today. Don't worry about making money tomorrow. All of that will come with time. The way I look at it, put in all of that work right now for the next 2 years, put in all of that work, and it's going to pay off down the road in dividends. When you can start to consistently start making those profits, all that hard work and studying is going to start paying off. So, stock market's not going anywhere, guys. Stocks and these moves like BBIG, they're going to come and go. Something now today, we got something like DWAC. This has been in play recently, running up from $72.50 up to a high of $90 a share. That's pretty much a $20 run in a day. That's phenomenal. And to be honest, too, when you look, how many times have you seen setups just like this? To the T. How many times have you seen a stock in the morning run up like that? And then you go into lunch hours and it just goes into a sideways consolidation, all lunch hours. And then at the end of the day, power hour, it goes on its next leg up. How many times have you seen stuff like this? Countless times. So it just goes to show you guys, the patterns are there. The patterns are there. The hardest part is just patiently waiting for these patterns to present themselves. And this all comes from that experience. Once you get that screen time in, 2 years, 3 years under your belt, and you've seen about 100. You've seen this same chart here 100 times. It'll get embedded in your head, and then you'll just start reacting to what you see. And then you can start anticipating moves before they happen because you've seen it time and time and time again. It's all a big mind game, what we were just talking about today in the Discord. All the stock market is, it's not, what's up, Aba? How you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. All the stock market is, you guys, it's not about what indicators you're using. It's not about the trading strategies. It's not about the techniques that you use. It's all a big mind game. That's all it is the stock market and day trading. It's all a big mind game with you, yourself, everybody around you. And not many people realize, and this is when you start getting really deep into the psychology topics of the stock market. Whatever's going on in your personal life, you take with you every single day into the stock market when you trade. If you got let's say you got into a fight with your girlfriend or boyfriend, the next day that's going to be on your mind when you fire up your computer and you go to day trade or swing trade. That's going to be in the back of your head, on your mind, and it's going to distract you from what's going on in the markets, and it may impair your judgment. Let's say you're sick. You're not the greatest of health. You're not 100% there. Your conscience and your subconscious. This goes into a lot of really, really deep stuff, and this is why, as I said before, I beat myself up a lot because I'm tired of seeing so many people quit and give up. Why do so many people fail? And it's the answer to everything. It's because it all revolves around psychology, emotions, human nature, and nobody wants to put the work into being a better, not just a better trader, but a better human being as well. Right? Nobody wants to put the work into it. All of these, and I'm not meaning to go off on a tangent here, but all of the work that I put into these videos for you guys, I'm showing up every single day. I'm in the Discord chat every single day. I go about things. I have one thing to thank my father for, and that was a really fantastic, great work ethic. My dad would take me to side jobs with him and work on roofs. So in the summer, every day, I'm up on 100-degree roofs, tearing them off and laying out shingles. My father gave me a really good work ethic. So I have a good work ethic to show up every day, put that work in, and I'll outwork you every single day. I don't care who you are. I will outwork you. That's the mindset you have to have in the stock market and as a day trader. You have to consume this, obsess over it. You're growing inside and outside of the market. You have to do a lot more than just, I'm going to show up and I'll just look at charts for a couple hours every day. That should be enough. I'll catch it eventually. Nah, brah, nah. You gotta be present and continuously working on, what are you noticing? How do you feel when that stock runs up to resistance? Do you want to buy it? Do you want to chase after it? How do you feel when that stock comes down to support? How do you feel when your finger's on that trigger and you're ready to hit the buy button? How do you feel when you enter in on that trade? So, you guys, work ethic. All of the material is out here for you guys. I try to steer you guys in the right direction. We recently just talked about the top psychology books that I would recommend just to get started. And it's only 5 books, but you're going to reread those books about 10 to 15 times. Because every single time you read those books, you're going to learn something new based on where you're at in your life. And one thing that keeps popping into my mind, and I'm not meaning to go off on a tangent here or just keep talking, but ever since I heard that story of Mark Douglas, you guys know who Mark Douglas is, the author of Trading in the Zone, The Disciplined Trader. Ever since I heard that story of the child and the dog that got bit by a dog and the beliefs that child had as he grew older, he was then scared of all dogs, all stemming from that one dog that bit him when he was a baby. From that first experience, he thought all dogs were bad, big or small. And with that, he carried fear. That really stuck with me the first time I ever heard that. And that opened multiple doors in my mind to go off and explore and dig deep to finding out the type of character that I am to be a successful trader. That's why it's so hard, you guys. That's why a lot of people fail, because we are all different. We're all different. The stock market doesn't care what race you are. It doesn't care if you're a man, woman, or other. It doesn't care nothing about you. So you got to focus on yourself. Discover who you are and gravitate to whatever speaks to you and start revolving strategies. I see a lot of people on Twitter with that AMC movement. I'm right there with you guys. I'm seeing it all unfold before my very own eyes. But I'm having an open mind about the whole experience and seeing. I go on Twitter all the time just to see what other people are saying, to learn from them. And all I see these AMC people do, they're blaming, they're pointing their fingers, right? They're pointing their fingers at the stock market, talking about how rigged it is, how these banks and institutions are rigged and screwed up. And I ask myself, stop trying to, we all know the stock market's rigged. All of us do. We've known this forever. And another thing I asked myself, why are you trying to fight these institutions and banks? Why? You're going to lose. Why would you fight a huge giant with a toothpick? That's just not, you're bound to fail a million times. So instead of trying to beat those guys, why not get on the same page as them and just piggyback? Just piggyback them. Or there's another way around that. You can, what I like to try to say, there's so much stupid money out here, you guys. And I don't mean any disrespect to anybody, but it's the truth. There's so much stupid money out here, you guys. We know a lot of people, they don't educate themselves. They don't study. Look at Wall Street Bets. Look at these guys, these clowns. All these clowns in here. Look at this guy. He's down $53,000. To me, I see opportunity in that. I say, hey, look at all this stupid ass money out here, and they're just throwing it out the window. Well, I'm going to be right there to pick it up. That's the type of attitude that I have at the market. I'm not looking at it as it's rigged. I already know it's rigged. I'm not fighting the institutions and the banks. I'm quietly over in the corner observing all of these clowns here because I know how to do technical analysis. I know how to break down and read charts. And we do that every single day here at Trading Learning 101. Every single day we do a pre-market prep. We go over my watch list, stocks I'm keeping my eyes on, levels to look out for, my thoughts before the open. And every single day I remind you guys, we're not trading at that market open. We're patiently waiting for opportunity to come to us. We don't have to trade today if we don't want to. It's not about forcing trades. You'll know when that trade comes to you. I repeat the same good, healthy practices to you guys every single day because we need to have that mindset. We want to live to trade another day, and we are not going to let one stock take us out, right? Aba, let's hear what you guys say, bud. I think the reason many people fail at trading is because the world nowadays is made for comfort and instant gratification. Technology, fast food, porn. The only way to succeed is through discipline. I agree with you 100% there. Very wise young man, Aba. Fresh, dude, you're going places in life, man. We've all told you this. You got a head on your shoulders. Patience and consistency, which are all delayed gratification. So people are too used to comfort and don't challenge themselves mentally and physically. You're 100% right, man. 100% right. We've also talked about these topics so many times in the streams that we do every day. That's what we're really big on here is psychology, emotions, human nature. That's all the key to success. Not only in the stock market, but in life. Think outside of the box. That's what we like to do. Be different. So another key thing to add here, you got to look at social media, right? What's the number one app right now? Number one app in the world is TikTok. What is it? 30-second videos? When it first started, it was 30-second videos. So everybody in the world, and even YouTube right now, is doing YouTube shorts. They're either 15-second videos or they're 1-minute videos. So what that tells me, people have a very short attention span right now. There's no way somebody's going to sit through this video here for longer than 5 minutes. Right? I don't blame you. That's a long time to sit and watch somebody talk. But my average view time on YouTube, I have over 650 videos in my video library. You guys know the average view time for my videos? About 3 to 5 minutes. And I know I post some super long videos. I try really hard to cut them down. But people just don't have the attention span to sit there for 30, 40 minutes and listen to somebody talk. They just don't. People want to be entertained, right? So we got TikTok is the number one app, 30-second videos. So it's a battle right now. Everybody's fighting for attention. Everybody wants to be heard. Everybody has an opinion, which isn't wrong. You're entitled to an opinion. Everybody should have an opinion, right? Everybody wants to be heard as well. But everybody's fighting for that number one. I want the most subscribers. I want the most followers. I want the most views. So looking at the world around us, you also learn a lot. I can't tell you guys, the more you learn about the stock market, the more it opens your eyes to the world. It truly does. It truly does. Look at things like what's going on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, what's going on in politics, all that stuff. We see a lot of people as well They come in either to the Discord here and they're in desperation mode. So we all know the beginning of 2022, it's been off to a shaky start. A lot of people have been having a hard time adjusting to this market that we're currently in right now. And this market we're in, this is more of a patient market. You really got to focus on the big picture ideas and how they unfold. For example, something like RELI. We noticed this stock, it's been lingering around and trading in our nice range. So we've been talking about a lot of range bound type plays. RELI bounced back and forth from 750 up to 850. Just back and forth. Like this. For how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight days here. From 750 up to 850. A nice just back and forth range. And then today, well, Friday, it had a good move here from 750 all the way up to 9. Then today, runs up from 8 all the way up to $10. That's a $2 move on RELI. Now it's crumbling and falling apart. Everybody's taking their profits. But everybody else is all caught up on BBIG. What's that other one that was hot? NURO was another hot one today. And look at how much volume. NURO has, let's see. On the day, it has 100, where's it at? No, 62 million in volume on the day. So a stock that has 62 million in volume on the day, that's today. 62 million in volume. And look at what it's done. It really didn't do much of anything, to be honest. Just a tug of war back and forth all day. As I tell you guys in the Discord, this is overcrowded. There's too many people in on it. You have to think, you have too many people. That's all these different trading strategies, all these different beliefs, all these different cult followings of indicators. So you got people, and I call them cults of people, CULTS. We got cults out there. And this is where you're thinking outside of the box, you guys. And this is where you separate yourself from everybody else as a trader. And this, again, this is what we like to do here at Trading Learning 101. We like to think differently and outside of the box. So you have all these different cult followings. CULT. I call them cult followings just to have fun with it. I don't mean anything literal by it, but cult followings, like you have cult followings of people that use the RSI indicator, right? You also have MACD followers. You also have Fibonacci. What else do we have? What's another popular indicator? Let's just say moving averages. So moving averages. So we have all these different cult followings out here on a overpopulated stock. It's going to be a back and forth tug of war, you guys, because there's so many different opinions and beliefs. The stock's going to get confused and it ain't going to know which way it wants to go. We got short sellers, longs, swing traders, long-term investors, all these different people overcrowded in on this stock. Now, let's look at something. What was that one? RELI. This was a good setup, even though it did crash. Let's see how much volume was in on RELI. That's a good $2 move this morning. RELI, I gotta find it. It's got 9.7 million in volume. So volume on the day. What was it? 9.7. 9.7 million in volume. And you could see it had a nice morning push right there. Pull back. It's holding at that 850 level. And from 850, it got a nice rip to up $2 a share to $10. Came back down, bounced perfectly right off of 850 again, right there. And from 850 all the way back up to its high, that's another $2 opportunity right there. And everybody sells it because they're at a big psychological $10 level. That's a huge, huge, huge level to get through, $10. A stock's going from the dollar club to an official 2-digit dollar club, $10. That's a big deal in the finance world. So you got to think differently and outside of the box like that. I could go on and on and on about all of the opportunities that popped up today. Look at DWAC, DWAC. Look at how much this pushed up today. From 73 bucks to $90. That's just about, that's a $17 move to the upside. I can't spell. $17 up today, opportunity. Volume on the day, only 22 million. That's way better than that BBIG and NURO. Volume on those stocks were quadruple, times 4, times 3 greater than DWAC. And I could see, and this is where the psychology comes into it, I could see a high price stock like this, it's going to scare off people with a $2,000, $5,000 trading account, but it moved up $17 in a day. That's amazing opportunity. And look, it's only up 25%. That's still a good move in the finance world. But 25% up $17, I mean, a lousy 100 shares of something like this, what is that? That's $1,700 in your pocket from bottom to top. It's all in the way you perceive the market and see opportunity, right? That's one thing I try to preach here all the time to you guys. Opportunity is where you see it. Beautiful move on DWAC. One last key topic we'll talk about and we'll end it is Pdt Rule. And we've talked about this before. And I truly hope that this video at least touched somebody and made them realize, like, man, this guy's right. It's not all about the trading strategies and the indicators and finding that perfect guru that will tell me all of his trading secrets. All of the answers lie within me. That's where all the secrets are. Like, your mind's blown when you start realizing that. But people under Pdt Rule, they have a different perception of things versus somebody that's not under Pdt Rule. Pdt Rule, even though it sucks, you're limited on how much you can trade a week. 3 times. So you got to think about that. If you're limited 3 times a week to trade under $25,000 account, you see a setup, you're losing on it, you don't want to cut it because you don't want to burn one of your day trades. The hurting gets so bad, you finally cut it, the stock reverses and then goes and runs without you all the way up to the target you've seen it running to. That's little mind games the market's going to play with you. We've all been there. We've all been there. You get in on a stock, you see clear as day the potential the stock has to run up. Something like ISIG today. Nice rip out of the open from 19, runs all the way up to 22.20s. That's a nice $3 run right out of the open. It pulls back, holds 20.50s, runs back up $1.50 up to 22, and then from 22 it just goes sideways. And you see it getting really, really tight, and it's going to pop up over that 22, but then it collapses down on you all the way down here to just about 20.50. So that's a $2 per share pullback there. And then the stock comes right back up and runs up without you. That's the type of psychological games the stock market will play with you. And this is when you need to zoom out, look at that big picture, right? We always preach that and drill that home here at Trading Learning 101 in the Discord group. And when I stream with you guys live, always pay attention to that big picture idea. It all comes down to timing. Timing is the hardest part in this game. We slapped a trend line on this. From way over here, you could see how tightly they pulled it back. All right here from 28.50 all the way down to $18 a share. That's a $10 pullback right there. We finally bust up over that trend line, then we pull back and hold it. Something like that. That's a bullish indicator there. So why not see if that area where it broke up over the trend line holds up, and then from there starts to build up in levels to push up ultimately even higher. That's where we put our target here on ISIG, $25. It's got the potential to run up to. Thinking outside of the box and different than everybody else. When new people come into this, they're not zooming out like this, looking at the big picture, or even looking at multiple time frames. Something like this, a 10-minute chart. Building up, coming up to resistance, pops up over. You'll run up to $25. Looking at the big picture, scrolling out. Nah. Most new people, they're zoomed in like this. Maybe they'll zoom out and see how the previous day action went on, but they ain't scrolling out and looking at the last 5-6 days of trading. No, they ain't doing that. It's just because they don't know any better. And look, it's a familiar pattern we're all taught to look out for, right? You got a nice rounding bottom going on there. U-shaped breakout. Or other people will call it a cup and handle breakout. See, these are, at the end of the day, guys, these are easy patterns to remember. Technical analysis is easy. Learning these chart patterns is easy. The most challenging thing about doing this is knowing you, your strengths, weaknesses, and developing a game plan based on your lifestyle and who you are as a person. I really would have liked to dive more into this with you guys, but I feel this stream went on long enough and a lot of people are probably not going to watch it. But for you guys that have stayed tuned in, continued watching, and for you guys that have participated as well, thank you. Thanks for participating. Definitely have to zoom out. Yes, exact. Always keep that big picture in mind. It don't get sucked into that micro time frame. That micro time frame, you get sucked into nano trading. That's why, you guys, I don't use Bookmap anymore. I noticed when I was using Bookmap, I was getting too sucked in to the micro time frame and scalping these stocks. And I'm like totally overlooking the big picture. And I left a lot of money on the table because I'd get sucked in to Bookmap and looking into the 1 minute and looking at 30-second intervals, 10-second intervals, and I'd get sucked right into being a lousy little scalper, a sissy scalper. That Bookmap, screw that Bookmap. That thing is so bogus, and it took me a second to realize it too. And all it really is, you guys, it's a tick chart. It's all Bookmap really is. Anybody can look at a tick chart. Anybody. That's all Bookmap is. It's a tick chart. I think Warrior Trading uses a tick chart. And a tick chart, you can have it set to any interval you want. Whether it be 1 second, every 1 second tick, or you can have it be every 5 seconds be a tick. And what it's doing every 5 seconds, it's painting you a candle. That's all Bookmap is. That's all it is. If you really break it down bare bones, remember, guys, and this is another thing I always teach you guys. I'm not here to tug you guys around and blow smoke up your butt. I'm pretty honest and blunt when I tell you guys all the tips and tricks out here. But in the stock market and business, it's all business. Everybody's out here to make $1. They'll come up with an indicator. They'll have a couple winning trades. They'll package it and then they'll sell it and say, hey guys, this is the top hot indicator right now. Buy it. Think script. Anybody can write a think script. Pull a couple winning trades with it, repackage it, sell it for $250. Hey, you got yourself a little business going on there. Then next stop, get your LLC, open up your own banking account with your LLC. Then you'll be able to accept all major credit cards. It's that easy, guys. Scams are out here everywhere. Everybody is out here to make $1. Everybody. Even me. It's all the stock market is. It's a big business. If you guys are new to the channel here, you like what you've been hearing, hit that subscribe button, join the Trading Learning 101 community. Thanks for tuning in, JB, ATL, Aba, Louie. Appreciate you guys. If you guys want to join the Discord server, there should be a link in the video description. Follow that link. It'll direct you directly to the Trading Learning 101 server. Once again, Monday through Friday chat's open to everybody, the public. So you guys can see what we're talking about every day, hot stocks we're looking at, my watch list. Come in, say hi, hang out with us, and let's get that money. As I always say to you guys, have that patience, have that discipline, study, study, study. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you later. Peace.